What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. I'm here with Jamie. It's just him and I. It's not a super panel, thank God. It's a lovely day, and we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Jamie's on tornado watch, child. So if he gets
Look,
disconnected, it's not because of tornado; it's because he didn't pay his bill. But how you
don't
doing?
let it. See, you keep spreading misinformation.
I'm
You keep trying
digging. I'm
to.
digging. How you
You're
doing?
very Ashley Darby. I'm good. I'm good. I'm dry, and I'm safe for now. So
Okay.
we'll see if it stays. It is tornado season here in Texas, so
Guys,
we'll
obviously
see how it goes.
in Texas. Tornado season, hurricane season, flood
Something.
season.
Look, but our
Bless
rent's cheap.
y'all. Bless y'all over the only issue we have are earthquakes. So other than earthquakes, we get the shaking a little bit, and that's about it.
Well, fires. Like your whole state is always on fire.
Well, it's never my area. I don't have the issues out there
You
in
have
the wilderness.
snow. You have snow out there in Pasadena.
We do have snow in Pasadena, according to Erica Jane. And that's so funny because there was Erica Jane made a slight appearance in this episode. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay, the spirit of
Um,
Erica Jane.
So we're gonna talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, of course. Very slow episode. Had some moments that I enjoyed and which we're gonna talk about. It's just Jamie and I, as I said, Chad and Antonia are enjoying Sunday Fun Day. And Antonio's birthday, I think it's tomorrow. So happy
Yes.
early birthday to Antonio.
Happy birthday.
You sound like you want to see it. I don't know who we have in the chat, but I did see Ayurveda Bay is here. But anyone else in the chat, give us a good message. Say what's up. Give us a lean in. Let's talk about the episode and let's get to talking about it. So last week we left off with Lisa and friend Angie, right? Now, Angie did not make any appearance in this episode. And I found that to be a little funny because clearly after last week's episode, you can tell that she really was working hard for a snowflake. And although they used her scenes in her event for an episode, clearly she didn't make that much of an impact because she didn't even return for the second part of the thing. So how do you feel about the situation between her and Angie? I know we talked about it last week a little bit, but it was like 10 of us here. But since it's just
Yeah.
you
Oh
and
God.
I, if you were here, if you watched the super panel last weekend and you were haunted, give me a hell
Not
yeah.
haunted. Not
Hell
haunted.
yeah. Okay, I'm still haunted. I had a
Ooh.
great time with all of the co-hosts of the link, but it was just a lot. And we heard
Look.
y'all's comments too. I think Ayurveda Bay actually did leave a comment, was like, "Woo, child, too many cooks." And I know
She
exactly
said, cannot. This is too much, Taquita. Too much.
it was a lot. But what are your thoughts on Angie versus Lisa and Whitney involved, child?
So, like, obviously, that argument escalated well beyond what it probably should have. And so I think that once we got off the show and we started texting, like, obviously, you have those conversations of how much of it was like legitimate conflict and how much of it was put on for the TV cameras. And then for those of you guys who have been following the blogs, the catering company that canceled released screenshots and everything saying Lisa had nothing to do with it and Angie was looking for a moment at A, B, C, or D. But then there's a part in the text message where they didn't want to do it for free because they didn't want the exposure. They thought they could get better exposure. And then Angie turned around and said, okay, well, we'll pay you a full rate, a full fee. And they still declined it. So obviously, you know that on camera, she can't say, oh, our catering company canceled because of production. Like they had to come up with some juicy whatever. And Whitney was right there to throw her little conspiracy theory in. Lisa honestly made the scene because I do genuinely think that she was offended. But like, I would have looked at Angie and would have been like, "Girl,
well,
I didn't have nothing to do with this
shit." Like you said last week, that if you and somebody, if I'm truly friends with you, Jamie, I am not going to. I mean, I get it; it's TV, but they could at least set up a scene before. But I guess it made better for her to be blindsided. But you know what? It would have still been just as good of a scene if she had went to Lisa ahead of time and said, well, Whitney said this, and then they would have had their little talk, and then Lisa could have came to the event and she could have got Whitney. There would have still been some good drama. The way
she would have.
Right. She would have said
she would have.
Maybe she would have said anything, but I feel like as a friend, Angie, like you look like you were definitely looking for
thirsty.
a moment to get a snowflake, and you didn't get one.
And now you lost a friend.
They gave it to Jenny. Was it Jenny?
Jenny.
Jenny.
And like we said last week, I don't think Lisa had anything to do with that thing. Lisa's a lot of things, but that just does not seem like something Lisa. Like, what is the point of getting the catering company? Like, if you really wanted to fuck them up, get the liquor company to rescind the donation there. Like, people don't care about food as long as there's liquor. Like, I don't know. That's just very odd. Lisa's never given me the indication that she would ruin a charity event.
Yeah, I mean, the event was really nice. Like, the fact that what it was for, like, everything was good about the event. And so there were also comments about them saying, like, the catering company withdrew because it was a event for, transgender,
which I didn't see that.
Like, so I saw it's been a lot of damn text messages. But one thing I hate about text messages is that they can all be created and falsified. I can literally go and make a conversation with my dog's name on it, and and you know what I'm saying? It's that easy. I've done it before.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
Not you set somebody up. Not you're the Whitney.
This coming here, we talked about this last week too. We said when she said no food, I think that was edited. I don't really know if she said that, or
she may have said that later on in the event. Like, as you're walking around, she could have looked around and been like, "Oh, there's not any food here." Like,
I remember we caught that last week, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not just giving her whatever, and I just feel like I don't see her doing that over her befriending Whitney in that way. Now, maybe that's just me. I don't know. Also, somebody says Texas, the wind is crazy right now. Y'all be careful.
Yes, it is. I just went outside. It ain't no joke.
If you need somewhere to stay, don't go to Jamie's. Y'all, you should. You ain't gonna be safe.
Look, my apartment was one of the only ones that kept heat and running water in the ice storm in February.
We were filming what? Was it Salt Lake City last year when it happened?
This was February of this year. Salt Lake City went off a year ago, right?
When did I don't know.
Child, I've lived 1,000 lives since then, between pandemic and ice apocalypse. I'm tired.
Oh, it was the ice thing. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so and then we'll move on from that. So Whitney actually meets up with Mary, and this is the most funny scene to me because Mary had this Erica Jane-ish story, and listening, I was like I have never heard of a story like that in my life. Like, flipped. She literally said
plummeted,
ejected from the sunroof into a neighborhood. She said, now not in the street, not in the south, into a neighborhood. So she fell into a neighborhood 30 feet. And so Whitney's like, is she still alive? She's like,
that's what made me scream when she deadpan said no.
She said no.
Oh my God.
No, you missed it. She said no, but I'm so happy to be here. Yay.
I said, what? And it's the kids. It's the production cutting to the kids' faces like.
Yeah, I think what she was trying to say, like, I'm so grateful to be still here on this earth.
Child.
It was weird, but Mary is very weird.
This woman.
that definitely took me out. The fact that when she was just like, yay, like celebration for me, look good. She didn't make it out in the neighborhood, but I did.
Every time I see Mary pop up on screen interacting with the other ladies, it really feels like production had to threaten her to come and do something with the group. Because that woman is happy in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory over there with all the mismatched furniture and the Oompa Loompas. She's over there. And she does not care about any of these women. Even that scene with Whitney just felt so forced. She's like, hey girl, I heard there was drama. Like, oh my God.
What? The scene with that. So let's talk about that. So I feel like Mary was basically telling Whitney, like, girl, you say that you don't care, but you actually do care. You kind of want to be accepted by Lisa. So what is it?
Yeah.
And what do you feel about it?
I mean, I kind of got the same thing. And I think now that I'm watching Meredith and Whitney's scenes, or not Meredith, Lisa, oh my God, Mary and Whitney scenes, all I can think about is the drama that they're going through now that filming has wrapped, and the accusations of Mary calling Whitney a racist and stuff. And so I'm looking at these scenes like, girl, what the fuck happened? Like, how did you get from bringing her kids cookies and talking about a church member who was ejected from a car to calling her racist. How did we get here? And I think
well, Whitney is messy, and I feel like I like Whitney, but Whitney is so messy to where it's like I don't even have to dream or imagine what the hell's gonna happen. I know she's gonna get us every some mess. She's very messy.
Well, we see in the trailer that she's the main one that is talking about Mary leading a cult.
Yeah, I know.
So the point is,
Mary about that.
Mary has enjoyed Whitney being messy when it hasn't involved Mary. So Mary enjoys all the mess that she has with what's her name, Jen Shah, and all that. So I don't know.
Mary is on watch. She looks good for one.
She looks good. I'll watch What Happens Live. It's back
here. I might catch it later.
So
I started to watch it and go live, but I was like, child, I want to wait. But I just think Whitney needs to leave Mary alone because Mary brought her to the church last year, and then this year Mary said basically if you come for her, she's gonna send Jesus, and I think she's really gonna send Jesus to get Whitney.
Look. All I know is there's rumors going on of tax fraud and stealing from the church. Mary needs to lay low.
I can't wait till it comes out.
Because Whitney's messy. Whitney will call the feds on you. Right. I don't think it was Meredith that called the feds on Jen. That was Whitney.
You know what? As we get closer to, so let's talk. So this scene right here, Jen and Brooks, right? So Miss Brooks gets to meet with Jen, and that's why I'm curious to see how they get back left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Meredith is she's kind of taking the narrative as if she called the damn feds. She's not saying no. So she's playing the games, you know what I'm saying, to make it look like she is. And so, in this scene, of course, Jen, she acts like she waited so long to apologize to Brooks. And it's like, girl, you didn't. But we talked about it last week, and I thought it was going to be a little different. Really, she actually let him speak. She still is not owning up the fact that this stuff came from her page. She's still saying that someone had her page. And honestly, after seeing Mia backpedal 2 weeks ago, you know what? I'm starting to believe, and they are friends. They are actually, they kiki all over social media. So I'm starting to believe Jen, but still, how did you feel about the scene between Jen and Brooks with Meredith sitting like right here?
And pretending she can't hear. She's like, "Are y'all done talking?" Like, you're a chair away, bitch.
Literally.
I just am shocked that we're on episode 4 or 5, and Jen has consistently stayed factory reset back to her white skin default settings. Like she hasn't been tanned at all. She ain't in brown face. She's still with the
hair she had. That was very that hair she had was the hair that what's her name had Janet Jackson had, and Why Did I Get Married Too?
She borrowed the wig from Tyler Perry Productions.
Yeah, you remember remember the scene when the baby after the accident, she was like wet. She was like
after she beat up the house, or after she saw her husband walking to the street. After she beat up the house.
I think it was the house.
Look. I don't know what Jen is hoping to accomplish with this. Like, it was an apology, but a non-apology. And Brooks, like, God bless Brooks for dragging it. Like, playing his best white victim, like, old lady. Like,
he was.
I loved it. I loved the whole scene.
He practiced it. He was like, that. Like,
I was left all alone.
Explain how much that hurt me. And I'm just like, well, how much did it hurt you, Brooks? Please.
Okay, explain it to me.
Tell me. I want to know.
But I mean, like, we could key and we could laugh about it because honestly, both of them dragged it a little bit. But at the core of it, Jen was dead ass wrong. Like, whether or not Brooks is engaging you or whatever, Brooks said a comment and then completely ignored you for the last year and a half. And it's not one tweet, it's not 2 tweets. It's like you're making comments. Like, it's been like this for a whole year and a half. I mean, it even continued after the reunion last year. So at some point, if you're going to say that you don't know what your staff is liking, like, I'm sorry, you need to be a better boss, because again, I think you said that last week. That's your brand. Like, you can't say you don't know what your team is doing.
It's like a business. Imagine if Toys R Us, if they even still available, open, if they got on social media.
How old are you, sir? How old are you?
They just said my age.
You are older than my oldest brother.
All right, Phaedra. But listen, imagine if Toys R Us got on Instagram or Twitter and said some homophobic slur. Okay, that is attached to the business, and at that point, they can come out and make a statement and say, "We have fired this person." But girl, she ain't even. My thing is, if somebody really did that, then Jen, just say who it was. Okay, because obviously you're still enabling because you still have them on your team because you're protecting this person. You would have came out and made a statement and said, I at least said something. She ain't fired the person. She ain't done nothing. The person is probably still sitting there doing her makeup. Or as Ayurveda Bay said, she said her them knuckles. Knuckles. Now, if you looking at somebody's knuckles, you are really watching. I need to pay attention more because I have been.
That's how you know you hate a person, when you're just looking at every little thing you can tear them apart for. But and that's a good point, because even didn't Mia say, like, whenever she backtracked from Potomac, she said she fired the person that was running. So at least Mia said, like, I know who it was. They're no longer working for me. I need to pay more attention. And the only thing Jen said was like, I talked to them. Okay, good.
That's like you said. Don't do that.
Don't be liking comments about a sissy.
Like, right? Don't be on there telling people how you really feel.
Okay. But I mean, ultimately, I'm glad. Like, I think, and as I'm watching these episodes, I can't help but think: does Jen know what's coming to her? Does she have any inkling of what's going on? Because she is on this full tour to get everybody on her side and get as much support as she can. And I'm watching it like, bitch, did you know something's going on? Like, because you're way too nice.
I mean, based off of last season's ending, she needed that. She needed to go around and go on an apology tour. Just because, I mean, honestly, Lisa, she got her own thing. That's not only like friend. I mean, Heather acts like she sees her. It seems like the person that's gonna be on her side is Heather, but you know, Lisa's hanging with Julie, and then she got Angie, and then Meredith. I think at this point, like, we haven't even seen them film together in a while. Like, have they even spoken really?
Lisa?
Lisa and what's her name? Jen.
Not after the ice thing when Jen threw her Tiffany bracelet.
Yeah, but they haven't done any one-on-one scenes. Why I was like, but I guess
at all.
You know. But I think after next week's episode, that's when the thingy happens. The situation happens. I saw somebody put on social media, and they were just like, "Why are we being so hard on Erica Jane and not Jen?" I said, "Oh no, sweetie, we're getting there. We're gonna get to there. Just wait.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We can't be hard on somebody when we ain't seen anything yet. Because at the beginning of this season, everybody had overwhelming support for Erica until the minute she opened her mouth, you're like, "Oh, girl, this is not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go." Goddamn.
When she started talking about people rolling down the hills and back in the snow,
ejecting from their cars,
like, girl,
allegedly.
Girl. What's I gonna say to you? So they had a scene with the husbands, and I do want to say one thing. Coach Shah is fine. Okay.
Look. Okay, so backtracking. Whenever Jen went out there while he was shoveling, was it just me, or does Coach Shah seem like he is like, girl, if you don't get the fuck away from me, I don't want you around?
She came outside to me. She's trying to shovel in fur, and then he had already been out there shoveling for you.
He said, I've been here 6 hours. How big is that driveway? It sounds like you're trying to avoid that woman.
You see his arms? I was like, oh my god.
Look, Coach Shah is fine.
I've always been like, okay, he is a little older, but I was like, yeah,
he's handsome. He's a handsome older man.
Is that lotion on?
I think it's his personality too. He's so just like very even keel, very chill, very nice. I don't know how the hell he puts up with that woman, but look, if he needs somebody to keep him warm at night when she's in the slammer for 15 to 20, I know how to spend money too. And this is my natural skin color.
Oh, for now. So what I was saying was the husband. So personally, we haven't really gotten to know these husbands that well.
I'm sorry, I'm chugging water like on this damn camera like it's nobody's business. I'm so sorry. I ain't got no goof.
You're thirsty. So they have. I can't identify well with the husbands here. We haven't gotten to know them well. I feel like they pushed that scene in there for what? But from that scene, what I found a little cringe was Whitney's husband talking about their sex life. Like, they're really pushing the storyline, and it's getting even more like when he says it's getting weird because
getting weird. So like, I get that he was joking. I completely understand the joke about, oh, well, we have an agreement where I can only have sex with her when she's asleep. But then the joke.
Arlene, I'm sorry. Arlene, it could have ended right, and that was only in 2 seconds. But go ahead.
Yes, but the joke went on 2 minutes longer than what it should have. Like y'all sitting there joking about having sex with unconscious women. Like I need y'all to stop.
Stop
having this conversation.
I was looking at my phone, but when I heard something about when she sleep, I'm like, wait, so is that right?
Like, did I hear that right?
Like, did I hear right?
I can get it. Like the ladies have been arguing so much that I think that Bravo understands that, particularly like with Potomac, the people like seeing their husbands get together and just completely like oblivious, and they don't care what's going on with their wives. They don't care that the wives are fighting. The boys are going to have a good time. Married to Medicine, the best part about it is the dynamic of the husbands. I think they're really trying to push it.
Do you think that is, but you know what? Every show, and before I say that, Indigo says, Terry, my homegirl definitely said, make sure don't forget to like, if you're watching this video right now, I may have said it earlier, I may have not, child, but if not, right now, like the video. Thank you, Indigo Boo. And what I was going to say was, do you really think that it's genuine that these husbands really and truly do not want or try to get invested? Because I feel like ever since Peter was called a bitch, the husbands really act like they want to take this stance of, that's the women's over there. But in my head, and maybe because I'm a man and I'm gay, I don't know. But if I saw my boyfriend over there arguing,
I mean, straight men are different. Straight men don't like. And honestly, we've seen a lot of the relationships of these women, and none of the men seem like the kind of ones that are going to insert themselves in their wives' business at all. I mean, Meredith and her husband were on the verge of divorce. Coach Shah can't stand Jen. Whitney's husband's older than her, so he's already at that point where he's like, I don't give a shit what y'all doing.
I didn't know Whitney had. Did we know Whitney had kids?
I tweeted that earlier. I every couple of episodes they remind us that she has children, but I guess because I see them so sparingly and I just see the age gap between her and her husband, I just automatically assume I know he has older kids.
And she has a kid.
I just forget that they have her own kids.
But
these kids are running around and saying, whose kids are those?
His name Brooks. His name is Brooks.
See, that's I can't keep track. I need to keep a scoreboard.
He asked me, he was like, is that a Mormon name or something? I was like, I don't know.
Everybody's just named Brooks.
I thought there was only one Brooks on the show. There's two. But I didn't know
that's a very Aryan name.
I don't recall her having a daughter and a son. And she's been on the season for a season and a half now, since we've seen. Didn't know that. And I was like, oh, okay. Interesting.
We've seen more of the new wives' children than we have of Whitney's. What's her name?
Who?
The new housewife that just joined this season. Yes, Jenny. We've seen more of her kids, which her kids have personalities.
We didn't talk about this because we didn't do a recap for that episode. I think it was episode 3. But the situation between her and her husband is Jenny. Jenny and her husband is like the saddest thing on TV right now, in my opinion. Like, she's literally had 9 miscarriages, I believe. And he still is pressuring her to have more kids. That is like terrible, actually. People
I can understand.
Go ahead.
Well, I can understand, like, if he wants more kids, then the conversation needs to be like, hey, I would like another child. I know we're both older. I know the health issues you've dealt with. Let's look into surrogacy or an adoption or something. But to keep pushing this, I want to have more kids with no context of let's look at other avenues.
Especially seeing your wife has gone through this, like people they were lighting him up. He's a chiropractor. So, the fans were like, the people don't respect chiropractors and y'all are the lowest paid. Y'all are not real doctors. I was just like,
that ain't got nothing to do with A, B, or C.
I know, but you know how the fans are, child. The fans, God. That's to me, that was kind of sad. I was just like, dang, like if she's 9 miscarriages, that is awful.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and then we see in the preview for next week where she's exploring that with the ladies and giving them her backstory. And it's, I have friends who have lost pregnancies and things of that nature just once. I have a friend of mine, before she got pregnant, she lost 2 of her pregnancies while her and her husband were trying, and that is traumatic for women. So to go through 9 and have 2 children, you would think that as a partner, you would look and say,
she actually had 3. One passed away. Weeks or months later, so she had 3. Yeah, that's
and to still talk to your wife as if getting pregnant is just an option that y'all are going to try for next month.
Why don't he lay down? Man. How about that? You spread your legs, mister.
Oh my God! Like, I can't. And the fact that she hasn't cussed him clean out on camera yet,
I think it's my God. But you know what? She came off as a very they made her seem like she was a firecracker. I haven't seen that firecracker is not lit yet. I'm trying to figure out how she got this snowflake. I honestly would have given it to Angie based off what I saw last week, but maybe we'll find out what happens with Jenny. I still like her though, but
I think she's fun. I think she's a breath of like positivity and just energy, because you have to remember they started filming season 2 pretty much right after the reunion aired. I think it was only 2 or 3 months after the reunion was filmed and aired.
It was like a month.
They started that. So without bringing in some new energy, you're going to be mired down by the same just like dark, like heavy shit that kind of bogged down. And then thank God they brought her in, because then the shit going on with Jen, this almost would have been awkward as fuck. So I don't know. The season itself is starting off a little slow. It's a slow build. I mean,
it's going to be good. It's good. I know it's. I haven't given up.
Obviously, we know what's happening in real life. Like, we're wanting to get to the shit storm, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's why we're probably watching. Like, oh, hurry up and just get to what we want to see.
Right. Indigo. You don't watch Salt Lake, you have to watch it. So listen, Salt Lake City season 1 was amazing, actually. And I think it may have like hurt them a little bit just because people was like, Salt Lake City season 2, but. We know Jen is about, I don't know what she about to give, but her storyline is about to give everything. So I'm excited for it. Especially
you have to remember too,
with the braids.
Potomac, it kind of started off that way the last season, leading up to the fight between Candace and Monique. We were all kind of like, all right, girl, like get to what we want to see. And the same thing with this season, the first couple of episodes before the Erica stuff really came out, we were kind of like, I mean, had it not been for Sutton,
we had Sutton and
Crystal, that's right.
Sutton and Crystal was giving us some good tea. I mean, some good moments, because are you that girl? I know, tell me you that girl. You don't see color.
I don't know.
Miss Crystal. I can't stand now, but she coming back to the show.
She ticking back up. She's climbing back up.
Not on my ladder.
Don't do that. Don't do it. With your foot, I didn't know you could climb ladders.
Well, it's actually heels. Thank you.
Fully.
See me.
Let's see. Give the audience a twirl.
Heather and Meredith. They met, but honestly, nothing really happened. The final scene, because we get out to nitty gritty, was Lisa and Whitney. Lisa and Whitney. I found that scene to be the fakest shit in my life. I'm sorry. I love Lisa, but I don't even know why she did that. She just made herself look crazy. And it's just like the person that we all, I feel like here, like you, myself, Chad, even Tony, we like Lisa. We were saying like how she's that type of person. Like that's who she is. And it's not that she's rude, but she's sure of herself. She's also from Jersey. She was it Jersey or was it New York? It's the East Coast. Where's she from? It's one. They're
right next to each other. It's fine.
Right, but in this scene, I'm like, well, girl, now you're giving off a little fake because you definitely don't really like this girl. So you should just be like, you know what, we keep it at like, let's just be cordial. Whitney say I don't bang, we don't bang, but we can be cordial. It should have been like that. Whitney kind of handled her in so many ways. I'm just like, I roll.
Well, like that scene went exactly how I thought that scene was going to go. Lisa walked in there. It was given very much gaslighting, very condescending. She's like, well, I didn't know we weren't friends. I didn't know we weren't this. And I don't have anything wrong with you. I'm like, girl, if you don't just say, look, you and I got off to the wrong foot and we just don't see eye to eye. You're not my kind of girl. I'm not your kind of girl. But if we can come to a thing where we're not arguing over stupid, petty bullshit, like I would have much rather Lisa said, I did tell her not to be friends with you because that's my friend of 25 years. And she just learned of you a week ago. Like,
I don't think
I was ready for Lisa to be real Lisa.
Exactly.
My wife's Lisa.
This is to me personally, she looks more of a mean girl now.
Yeah, than she did before.
Than before. Because by her saying now, like, oh, we don't have a problem, and what are you talking about? And I'm just like, that's why, like, before, no, I don't think she's a mean girl. She just, people like Whitney, I would say, you just can't always, like, people like Whitney are annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there are people in the world that they know damn well that they want to be your friend, and so they're doing everything they can to make you even push you further away from being their friend, while also trying to act like you're being mean to them and not allowing them a chance. And I feel like Whitney, she knows what she's doing. Like, nobody wants to be friends with that. If you want to be her friend, then stop doing this little catty stuff like that you're doing. in my opinion, it's just not working for Whitney's favor. And then, I mean, she's also friends, sisters, or cousins with Heather. So, you know.
Stop that, poor Heather. I'm looking forward to watching Heather. I think Whitney has not yet mastered the art of accountability. Like, she wants to be Teddy in the fact that she wants to hold people accountable and say what you say and do what you do, but she has not mastered not looking like a entitled little child while she does it. She did that last year at the reunion. As much as I love Whitney, I think she's fun. I love her energy. There is that part that I'm like, girl, you are kind of insufferable in the fact. Like, if I would have already whooped your ass if I was Lisa. I would have popped you in the mouth, because get the fuck away from me. Like, we already had 12 episodes where we obviously don't like each other and you're still whining about it. Like, girl, go over there.
I just like Arlene said, hold on, I'm just coming from Charles, less of Lisa thing and more of a Whitney thing. Mary called exactly.
No, it's both.
Well,
it's both. Lisa, it's both.
Well, I think Lisa is sure that she probably does not want to be friends with Whitney. But I think that Whitney keeps kind of make fetch happen to where it's just like, what do you want from me?
It's like, why don't you want it? Why can't we? Why? I mean, because we did see it the last season at that dinner when Whitney said, I actually think that you are a little intimidating, you're a little rude to me, Lisa. Lisa said, I don't think enough of you to be intimidated. I was like, oh, girl, that just escalated so far beyond what it needed to.
Like I said, she looks at her like the bottom of a shoe scum when she said, what is this? Like, you want to be friends with this? And Whitney is pressed. She's going to make, Whitney's probably going to have shirts made that says this. Because she is
If she was smart, she would. Make that money, girl. I'll buy it.
If it was Lisa, but the thing is, she did kind of change her words. She said, she did not say, what is...
Be friends with this.
It was some, she changed the way she
said Whitney said, what is this doing here? She didn't say that.
Yeah, she said, why would you be friends with this? And honestly, that this really was more so like this person that is not really here for me. That's all. I get what she was saying.
This energy. Right.
I get
we
it.
understand.
I get it.
But Whitney's the kind of girl, like, I'm gonna latch on and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Both of them gaslight each other down. We were saying that Lisa was gaslighting her because if Whitney really wanted to squash it, Whitney could have saw that Lisa was bullshitting her way through the combo and given that energy right back. Okay, cool. It's squashed. We don't need to talk about it. Let's move forward. That's exhausting. I know people like that.
I used to like, and I don't dislike Whitney, but her antics are getting a little old for me.
And it's only episode 15 of the whole entire series.
And seeing that she's into it with Lisa, she gets into it with Mary for whatever reason. It's just like, you are a messy. Nothing wrong with mess, but Jesus, like, it's giving Sheree when she came back and she was like extra messy.
Which time?
With the second, I don't even know. Was it the third?
They be keeping Sheree on retainer. They just trot her out when they need.
Chase said, "What has Lisa done to Whitney? She's done nothing. I don't think she did anything to her personally. I like it's really
Whitney just didn't like that she flat out said.
Whitney and Heather, like bad weather, suffer from the same thing. They both want to be accepted. They want to be an in crowd. That's why Heather latches to Jen and Lisa. And I mean, it's not Lisa. Whitney kind of wants to, because Lisa is that girl. She is. Just saying. She's that girl for in Solid City. Like she has there's something about her. It seems like she's in a lot of social.
Well, she's a boss bitch. She's also in social circles.
She knows people. Like, she is well rounded, and Whitney is just the woman, the girl that married her boss. So that's all.
Look, we love nepotism over here. I'm just looking for anybody I can sleep my way to the top because I'm fucking tired of everything.
You?
Yes. Lord,
you trying to sleep your way to the bottom or just sleeping on the bottom?
I'm tired of sleeping my way to the bare minimum.
Suburban Salt Lake City. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what Lisa is, in my opinion. I'm going to send the link really quickly, too, for anyone that wants to join the stream because we are done chatting. But next week's episode, I didn't even see the preview. What did it say?
Jenny's talking about her experience having children. That's all I remember. I can watch it really quick. I was changing.
It was really quick, child. I don't know. And I even I'm just, I know what I'm looking forward to. But I put the link in the chat for anyone that wants to join, to give any commentary, give their thoughts, give their opinions, or just keep with us for a second. I think we have one person actually. So feel free to join. Jamie, I have not seen you call in. Not you, Jamie, other Jamie.
Hold on, I'm right here.
My brother Jamie. I see someone trying to join in, but I think it's trying to connect the devices. So, there it is.
Is that Chase?
No, it's not Chase. I don't know why he don't join in, but hold on, this is someone else.
Lord, no, Chase don't know how to
Welcome
work.
to the lane, Demisio. This your second time, right?
Yeah, this is my second time.
Welcome on.
I'm doing good. I wanted to say, first of all, Whitney is very messy, and I noticed that as well because I liked Whitney last season, but she is very messy, and I don't think she necessarily wants to be accepted by Lisa, but the whole bad weather, she's gonna take up for Heather. So I think that's where that's coming from, trying to take up for Heather. Yeah. I don't think I think that's where, to me, personally. And can I say, is it too early to stand Adrian? Because we only seen her like once or twice. She already gave us fashion, a charity event, a confessional look, stirring the pot with Whitney and Lisa. I was like, okay.
I enjoy Angie's messy ass, but the other girls ain't seeing it for her. I'm on an island by myself.
Let me say this: if Angie would have did what she did when she confronted Lisa, right?
Yeah,
but then she let Lisa turn it all the way around, and then Angie just sitting there like this, like the little fox meme. That's like
like a innocent pond in the woods.
Right. She didn't have a script for what happened after. She didn't know what to do after that.
She didn't know what to do, and so it's just like, my thing is, if you're gonna create mess, I need you to go ahead and finish that damn mess. Don't
thank you.
And so I feel like with her, like, she let me down in that moment. I thought that she was gonna be like, no, Lisa, it's like if she had said, Lisa, stay on topic, because I would have been like, oh, what I'm saying?
Right.
She let Lisa take control of it, and even though I'm still team Lisa, like, that was a moment for her to really prove.
Well, Lisa is a Regina George now.
I mean,
expound on that. What has Lisa done? Tell us.
I mean, Lisa is a mean girl. She hasn't necessarily done anything to them, I agree, but her attitude and the snooty
up here.
Yeah, she's like, I've been doing this. What have you been doing with your life? Like, she definitely gives off.
I mean, those are good qualities and bad. Obviously, it riles the girls up, right? But it's fun to watch because Lisa's that girl. Like you said,
you just said she wants that girl. Now, which one is she?
Look, she's not the girl of Salt Lake, but she's the girl that the other girls are kind of like.
She's the girl of Salt Lake City.
Look, tomato. We beg to differ.
Demisio, I gotta let you go. I got someone else doing. Okay.
Thanks, Demisio. Nice talking to you. Not me flip flopping live. Y'all got me in 4K.
We have a new Jamie that's replacing the old Jamie.
Could not.
How you doing?
Not bad. What's going on?
What's going on?
Here.
What you got?
Not much. I just say, so for me, Mary makes the show, at least to me. I mean, I think I watched on the show tonight. I watched What Happens Live, and I think that totally new perspective on Mary. I feel like she's that comical, cast mate to the show. So I think now that I actually enjoy watching the show a little bit more just because of Mary. So
did you enjoy her last season?
Yes. I mean, I'm a Mary fan, so I'm looking forward to the whole scandal, the whole scandal with her church thing coming up.
Yeah.
So I want to see that, and then of course the whole Jen blow up, whatever. But I mean, so far it's been a good season. I feel like season 2 has been pretty good. Today was kind of slow, but I think Mary on Watch Happens Live was actually good. So
I'm about to watch the child. I gotta see Ashley Darby wide forehead.
Don't do that to Ashley.
Well,
look, I almost don't. I don't
can't
want
help.
to see Mary get involved in any mess. Like, I'm with you, Jamie. Like, Mary is the comedic relief, and what makes her so funny is she doesn't try. Like, she just genuinely is very, like, she gives me very much Kathy Hilton. Like, shit just flies out of her mouth. She's spacey. She's kind of in her own little world. Like, I want to keep her that way, and I don't. If she's running a cult, if she's embezzling, like, cool. That ain't none of my business, because what I love about Mary. What I like about Mary, she's so weird. And it's nice to see her in scenes where she's just being fucking weird after I'm hearing Lisa and Whitney argue for fucking 15 minutes. Like, let Mary be fucking weird.
Natural. It's just
like, I love it.
I want her scenes to be a little bit more involved with the group, though, because I know last season she was friend of the show turned housewife, you know what I'm saying, after production stuff switched over. This time she's full housewife. But I do still get friend of the show because she's filming these individual scenes and she, you know, kiki here and there, but like I feel like I want to make sure at some point she needs to stay with the group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to see her mingle more with the group. You know what I'm saying? Before her scandals come out, it would be nice to see her with the group before the drama comes out. Because it's like
she don't care nothing about them women.
She don't. She cares about dropping her eggs and then telling about, you know, fishy cooch and whatever she be talking about. Like she's just
farting in public.
Everything but housewife. She's just talking about it. So
yeah, I think to me, Jenny gives more friend of the show to me.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, I think to me she's more friend of the show type of than Mary, but we'll see what happens going forward. But,
I want them both to give me that. I like them both.
About the show, so definitely will keep tuning in. So
thank you. I see you all the time for Beverly Hills too, right? You can Beverly Hills too.
I'm Potomac.
Child.
I live up here now for Potomac, so I'm like
okay.
Cortez be recording 15 episodes a week. He can't keep track of what he records.
I can't, Chad. I don't know what's going on no more. I just get on here and talk at this point. Well, thank you for letting in, Jamie. The new Jamie. The better Jamie. Okay, and then we have the leans on Chase.
Now, what was said, bitch? What was said, bitch?
This
I don't know. Let's see if your fire alarm don't go off. Your fire alarm gonna go off.
Well, at least you know it works, honey.
Monique,
it's not Monique, honey. No, ma'am. I just wanted to say it did take me 5 minutes to figure out how to call into this motherfucking show, but I did. I was on the way to the rest of my set. Oh, I know Jamie ain't trying to call me out. I said, oh no, let me figure out how to work this out. So thank you for dropping the link in the comments, because I was like, I don't even know how to do it, and I do not want to defeat. Okay. But I just wanted to say that I never liked Whitney. I've said it all along. I did not like her last season. I don't like her this season. And it was very interesting, something that she said. She almost let it slip that when her and Mary was doing the scene, and Mary was like, well, it's obvious you want to be her friend because you're doing all of these things. And she was like, yeah, I'm looking for this, that. And she almost stated that she was looking for validation from Lisa. Did you see that almost slip out and she covered it up and was like, and
well, I mean, anybody with 2 eyes can see that.
She didn't have to say obvious. It. I was like, I know what she's looking for. It's clear.
Absolutely.
Heal that wound, Whitney. Let that hurt go.
Right.
And what was I going to say? And Jamie, the new Jamie says, baby, don't try him, okay? He's staying in Potomac. So he was calling on Potomac. He wasn't calling for Beverly Hills. And don't try him.
Jamie said, I don't watch those women.
That thing, when I tell you I hollered the way he looked, he was like, no. Jamie from Potomac. Baby, I was falling off the couch.
My bad. Listen, I'm sorry you don't want to get in with the white ladies. That we love the white ladies, child.
We do. Well, I mean, listen, they all right. They do what they got to do.
I feel better making fun of them than anybody else.
Oh, no, that's true. That's true. Hi, Indigo Sage. Oh.
Not Chase hijacking the show.
Yeah, let me get it.
No, I
talking
to
his fans.
Really have anything to add. I just wanted to let Jamie know, don't try it, bitch.
Oh,
in this room or any other room.
I mean, please don't call him a bitch.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I'm just talking. Who said that on a reality TV? Please don't call me a bitch.
Yeah, I apologize. But yes, I didn't like Whitney. I just wanted to toot my horn. I've said it all along. She's a piece of trash, and there it is.
Oh.
Well, Chase, thank you for leaning in outside of your show.
You know what I give? A good cuss word and some good shade, honey.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow, Chase.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. That was funny.
He's so messy. If you get sued, it's going to be because of him and me. I'm just letting you know that.
Or because of Chad making threats to housewives physically. At this point, Chad. But,
Chad threatening to whoop her.
Right. These individuals are all guests that they are not.
Is this who we are?
They are not affiliated with the lean.
Oh my God.
That's funny. But that's pretty much it.
Oh,
Like the episode,
was it.
like Demisio said, it was kind of like it was cool. Jamie said it was. Jamie said it was cool.
It was fun.
It was okay. Like I watched it. I looked away, went to the bathroom. It was a fair episode. And I think it'll be like that. We'll be here talking about
Until
it.
it pop off. Until it pop off.
Until it pop off, we'll be here talking about it. But Potomac is tomorrow. Beverly Hills reunion is this week on Thursday. I have not figured. No,
Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday, child. Wednesday. I mean,
okay.
I have not figured out how to do the live thingy, so it'll probably just be right after it goes off until I can figure out how to do the watch party situation because I don't want to take it from the show. I want to watch the show, but I also
I want to watch it. I want to take notes because it's gonna be a mess.
Right. So if you're watching for Beverly Hills, we'll be regularly right after the episode. And Potomac tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern.
Y'all gonna have a lot to talk about tomorrow because this episode of Potomac. Oh my God, I
haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited.
Chase, we're gonna have to text about it because this episode was a mess.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. So acting like a kid.
I just want everybody. I want to point out my T-shirt. In case y'all can't see, it says Selena, obviously. But then, can y'all see that? Is that Fran Drescher? I found this online, and they have pictures of Fran Drescher and like her best like Selena drag, and I had to buy this shirt. It's amazing. So if anybody wants it, send me the link. I am taking a 10% cut from whatever the shirts are sold. I don't know who's gonna make them, but we'll figure it out.
Jamie begged me
for this side hustle.
Jamie begged me for this segment to show his culture, so I'm glad he got to show his culture.
I hate you, and you still haven't pronounced my name right at all.
Jaime, Jamie, Papi, whatever. Whatever.
I didn't call it the third one.
Oh, we're gonna lay now. We talked about the episode. Tomorrow, Potomac, Wednesday, Beverly Hills. Be sure to like this video if you're watching. Thank everybody for joining. Ayurveda Bay, Indigo, Demisio, Jamie, Chase, Charles, and anyone else. Oh, my best friend Torian, Arlene. All those that joined and come in it for today. Thank you for leaning in, and we will see y'all tomorrow, Wednesday, or next Sunday, or one of these days. And y'all have a good rest of y'all lovely Sunday night. Good night.